Hello, everyone. My name is Christy, and I'm going to be hosting this virtual college fair. We have some amazing experts here, our panelists, who are going to talk about their college, university, institution. They are the experts in that area, and their goal is to help you find the right fit for you. So thank you for being here. It's so important. A few things I just want to let you know. That your camera and microphone are off, so our panelists cannot hear or see you. So if you have a question during this 45-minute session, it's very important that you hit either the Q&A button at the top or bottom of your screen, depending on where we're at in this presentation. So that Q&A button can be used anytime throughout this 45-minute session to ask a question to either one or to all of the different institutions. Certainly be easier if you specify who you're asking, and they will certainly check that throughout this time and get back to you before the session is over. This is just one of many sessions. There's more sessions tonight, and there's going to be more tomorrow for this particular virtual fair. So please check it out, same place that you signed up for this one. And recordings of this and all of the sessions will be uploaded onto our website at strivescan.com and also pushed out to everyone who signed up, and of course our panelists as well. Let me just make sure I have a few other things set up, and then we will get started here. Everything's looking good. Okay, great. We are going to get started, and the first up is going to be Hollins University.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Shauna. I'm a student admission counselor here at Hollins University, located in Roanoke, Virginia. Hollins University, your journey starts here. Hollins is located in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia. The city of Roanoke is small but vibrant, with a thriving downtown area and countless outdoor recreation opportunities. Campus is conveniently 15 minutes from different shops, museums, restaurants, and the airport. Our campus is also located near regional metropolitan areas such as Washington, D.C. and Charlotte, where some of our students like to get away for maybe a day trip. Founded in 1842, Hollins is the oldest women's college in Virginia and is home to about 800 students. These students are encouraged to explore their own unique talents through liberal arts, and we have 29 different majors to offer here at Hollins. Our average class size is about 12 students, and here you'll find our most popular majors based off the incoming class this past year. We are a Division III institution where our sports that we have compete in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference, and we do have non-division sports as well as an equestrian team here on campus. Students at Hollins have the opportunity to join one of almost 30 clubs that are student-run organizations and are encouraged to start and create their own if there's something on campus that's not just yet introduced to our community. Our SGA meets on a weekly basis. So in order to get a new program started on campus, students will draft up a constitution, gather members, and propose those ideas during the weekly Senate meeting to kind of get that started across campus. This highlights a few of those different organizations that we have currently. Student government is a vital part of the Hollins life. SGA's mission statement is, student government strives to be advocates for the student body and to improve the community through active participation and leadership. All undergraduates of SGA are members of SGA when they come onto campus, and we have over 80 different elected SGA positions that anyone can continue to be an active leader in on campus. In addition to class academic support, Hollins encourages students to take their learning beyond the classroom. The Rutherford Center of Experiential Learning ensures that students have access to hands-on learning through study abroad, individual research, internships, leadership, and community engagement. 91% of our Hollins students take advantage of these opportunities, and access to these programs are guaranteed for every student that's interested. Here are just a few of the ways Hollins stands out among colleges and universities nationwide. While it's hard to define a typical Holland student, I think their passion for our community and ways of getting involved is something that really binds our community together. So if this sounds like a good fit for you, let's talk about the application process. Our application is free and accessible on our online website, as well as we do accept the Common App. We can also, I like to mention that we are test optional permanently, which means that you have the ability to present your SAT, ACT scores for evaluation for additional scholarships, but it's not a requirement. In addition, we like to say that you do have to submit your official transcript, as well as a letter of recommendation or secondary school report for evaluation. Hollins is committed to making our high quality liberal arts education affordable and accessible. This commitment includes a scholarship guarantee of at least $24,000 per year in grants and scholarships for all admitted students. And you'll see on average that this past year, that average award is right under $37,000. So we love to have you visit any of our upcoming virtual events that we host. There's different student panels, workshops, information sessions, and on a variety of topics. So please check out our website and sign up for any of those virtual events. And I hope that you found this information helpful in learning more about Hollins. If we can welcome you to campus, we are happy to do so. We do have private visits as well as different events that we host across campus. And upon visiting, you will be guaranteed a visit grant that will be on your first year award letter as well. So if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to us. Our contact information is on the screen. And thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Yes, next we have Kettering University, and whenever you're ready, you can go ahead.
All right, thank you, Christy.
Of course.
All right, very good. So I'm representing Kettering University. My name is Nathan Kober, and my role is unique in that I'm an admissions counselor and also a co-op manager at Kettering. So I will share a little bit more about that here in just a couple seconds. But this is my contact information, my email, and then my role as well. So Kettering University is a small private engineering and STEM school. We're actually located in Flint, Michigan, and we were originally founded as General Motors Institute. So some people know Kettering University as General Motors Institute from our past history. But we are small, like I mentioned. These are the 9 academic majors that we offer in the College of Engineering. Our most popular is mechanical engineering, electrical, and computer engineering. Then we do have a School of Management, and we also have a College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, and that houses our computer science department. I'm going to spend the most time on this slide because I do want to explain our academic calendar in greater detail because it is very unique to the college environment. Kettering's actually on a quarter system, not on a semesters system. And so our quarters, as you can see there in the little graphic, are 3 months in length. So we do have 2 student bodies. We refer to them as A section and B section. And so at any given time, only one section is on campus while the other section is at work. And so right now, if we look at winter term, which is January, February, and March, as an example, our A section students are in school taking classes, and our B section students are off working in a job site 40 hours a week and getting paid. That's a key element of our co-op experiences. In addition to that, the students are required to do 5 co-op work terms throughout their time at Kettering. The other thing to note here is that the school terms are not going to hold you back, or the 3-month nature of them is not going to hold you back in terms of graduating in 4 or 4.5 years. Our students do what other college students do in a semester in these 3-month quarters. And so the academic experience is a little bit more intense on a quarterly basis. But then you are working, when students are working their co-op jobs, they do not have to engage with any school-related activities. You don't have to take any classes or anything in that regard. You get to focus on the work experience. Our student body in total is around 2,000 undergrad, and then the average size for A and B section is between 800 and 1,000. So depending on the size of your high school, we might be in similar size, but Kettering is very small. Our average class size is around 20 students. The other thing to note about the co-op experience, if you haven't heard of a co-op, it's kind of like an internship, except one, it's always paid, and a co-op work experience is recurring. So students get to go back to the employer they were working at, whereas in many cases, an internship opportunity is one and done. You do the internship and then you don't necessarily get to go back. But with the way our schedule is broken down, students rotate every 3 months between school and work terms. I mentioned that these co-op jobs are paid. So students make $15 to $20 an hour on average, and then in total, 10 to 15,000 per year in co-op earnings, which is a nice asset to help pay tuition or other expenses as necessary. This is a small sampling of our employment partners. We actually have over 400 employment partners, and they are all over the US. A lot of them, or I guess about 3/4 of them, are focused in Southeast Michigan. In terms of applying to Kettering, it is free to apply as well. But something that I like to make note of here is that we do like students to get up through pre-calculus and try and take chemistry, physics, and biology or another lab science is highly encouraged. We are also test optional moving forward for your application. In regards to the application kind of averages, our GPA for accepted students about a 3.7, ACT is about a 27 composite, and SAT is about a 1240. We do have a residential campus, so when students are in school term, they live in and around campus or right on campus in the residence hall, and freshmen do have to live in the dorm for their freshman year. Couple of things to note here with clubs and sports. We don't actually have any varsity athletic teams at Kettering, but we like to think of our Society of Automotive Engineers or SAE teams. Those two photos are highlighted with the SAE Baja and SAE Formula teams. Those are Kettering's version of varsity athletics. Other things here of note, we do have a robotics community center that's highlighted on the left there. We also have a crash test safety lab, and then our mobility research center right on our campus that students get access to. Financial aid ranges in a variety of different kind of buckets of funds. So scholarships and then financial aid, as well as the co-op earnings, are all part of how you can pay for Kettering. Our merit scholarships ranged from $8,000 to $17,000 this past year. In addition to that, we do have some corporate co-op partners that also offer additional scholarship and financial aid. This is the overall cost of Kettering per academic term. And then something to note on this slide is our tuition guarantee that locks you into tuition when you start at Kettering for up to 5 years in total. Lastly, I like to close with our pre-college programs. So these are offered for grades 1 through 12, and a couple of them are Lights and AIM in particular are residential programs. So feel free to check out our pre-college page on our website for more information about some summer camps. I'm happy to answer any questions in the chat, and would love to host you on a visit at some time in the future. Have a great evening.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have Washington and Jefferson College.
All right. So thank you so much. I am a representative from Washington and Jefferson College, which is a private 4-year liberal arts and sciences institution. we'll start just by letting you know where we are. We're located in Washington, Pennsylvania, in the southwest part of Pennsylvania, just about a 40-minute drive south of the city of Pittsburgh. So we do have it's a smaller town, with nice shops and there's some local hiking trails and whatnot. But of course, if you want that bigger city, experience in terms of arts and culture, going to see a major league sports game or going to a museum, of course, we're very close to Pittsburgh. And moving forward to just talk a little bit about our history. Washington and Jefferson was founded in 1781, so technically before the Revolutionary War even ended, and it joined with nearby Jefferson Academy in 1865. There was actually, with the Civil War going on, there weren't enough students to keep both the colleges open, so they had a fundraiser, and Washington College won, but they had the most money, so the two schools joined forces in Washington, PA. So just a little bit of information here on this slide. Our student to faculty ratio is 9:1. So you'll really be able to have that close hands-on experience with our professors. 98% of our faculty have terminal degrees, and they've reached the highest level of education in their particular field. And 90% of our students study abroad at least once during their time at W&J. I'll talk about study abroad in just a little bit. But here we have a list of all of our majors and minors on campus. Really our bread and butter, what we're perhaps best known for, are our pre-law and pre-health programs. So students who want to go on to become doctors and lawyers. And so naturally, some of the most popular majors you'll find would be biology and chemistry for the former, and then English, history, and political science for the latter. And actually a new thing starting at W&J is that all students are required to have at least 2 areas of study, meaning a double major or a major and a minor, which we feel allows our students intellectual curiosity to really take the lead, but also make them more viable candidates in the workplace by being able to answer important questions from a diverse perspective. In addition to that, we do have some special dual programs, and as I mentioned, our pre-health and pre-law programs. So, if you're interested in being a teacher, you can be certified by the time you graduate. We have a 3+2 engineering program where you spend the first 3 years here at W&J pursuing a bachelor's degree of your choice, and then 2 years at a affiliated institution to earn an engineering degree, as well as several early assurance and dual programs in terms of pre-health and pre-law paths. We also have a unique opportunity for research and travel called the Magellan Project. This is a personalized research project that is done during the summer. You can do up to 3 of them actually, one after your freshman, sophomore, or junior years. And you will work with an advisor to come up with an idea of what you want to research and where you want to go. And you'll have a grant from the school, typically of about $3,000. And you're able to go and do your research project. So as you can see from some examples, we've had students that have helped rehab horses in Kentucky, gone and examined Holocaust sites in Europe. Another student I know lived with Buddhist monks in Thailand. Another had helped to tag sharks off the coast of South Africa to track their mating season. So, I'd encourage students to really daydream and just think about what is something that they're passionate about. And if they had the opportunity to, travel and go learn about that thing they're passionate about, where would they go, and what would you do? But going a little further with study abroad, as I mentioned, 40% of our students do study abroad at least once. There are, in addition to the Magellan, you can do a full-length semester study abroad, or our J-term study abroad, which is shortened courses during the month of January. If you're looking for something a little bit quicker, we've had students I know In these J-term courses, they've gone to art capitals of the world, like Paris or Berlin, see a different theater play every night in London, and the like. Talking a little bit just about student life, we have over 80 clubs and organizations on campus, including 26 Division III men's and women's athletic programs. Actually, just recently, our men's and women's basketball team both won the PAC championship. And about 40% of our students are student athletes. So if you're interested in playing a sport, W&J is definitely a great place for you. But in addition to that, we have plenty of other opportunities for success. We have a new professional pathway center that's all about getting you in touch with alumni, getting you internship opportunities, and the like. And just to throw a few more, facts and figures at you, 97% of our students, after they have graduated or are either found a job or are continuing their education, and 90% of our students were accepted into the law school of their choice after graduation. So finally, I just wanted to talk a little bit about our applications. If you're interested in applying, if you're a junior, then our applications start August 1st. You can apply with our Common App through the Common App or the W&J Leadership app. The only thing that we require is transcripts. So of course we can take things like personal statements, letters of recommendation, and the like, and we'll get a decision back to you in about 2 weeks. And finally, just wanted to talk briefly about our merit scholarships. They run anywhere from $24,000 to $34,000 in aid, and are based upon your unweighted high school GPA, grades 9 through 11. So thank you for listening, and I hope that you might be able to come visit because we do have a $1,000 visit grant. So yeah, we hope to see you. Thanks.
Thank you. Next up, we have University of Pittsburgh.
All right. Let's see if I can share this screen and get going. Well, greetings from the University of Pittsburgh. My name is Tom Becker. I'm the Associate Director for Regional Recruitment based in Pittsburgh. And so I want to talk, if I can get my screen to move forward. There we go. The animation, I know it's incredible. University of Pittsburgh, really an innovator. The building that you can see to the left is the Cathedral of Learning. It's the tallest building of higher education in the Western Hemisphere. All of our students will have classes there. To the right, you can see the cathedral in downtown Pittsburgh. So while we are not right in downtown Pittsburgh, we're a 10-minute bus ride from campus in a neighborhood called Oakland. The Oakland neighborhood is sort of the education, medical hub. Some people would say the tech hub of the city. We're flanked by 2 other universities, Carlow and Carnegie Mellon. So it sort of feels like a college town, but you have the entire city around you. A couple of our famous alums, probably the most famous is Jonas Salk, who actually, not an alum, a faculty member, discovered the polio vaccine. We are heavily involved in COVID. You will see our faculty members on 60 Minutes and published all over the world. So just a pretty incredible community to come into. But people don't realize that we are a university, and they think of the Pittsburgh campus right here, you can see in the background there at night. But we also have 3 other, for Carolina families, 3 other regional campuses that you could attend, the Bradford, Johnstown, or Greensburg campuses. And those would be smaller, more liberal arts, rural settings. But when the degree comes out, it is the University of Pittsburgh degree. We are one university and very, very proud of it. Pittsburgh is a Rust Belt city that is sort of this jewel in the Rust Belt because we've changed our economy. We talk about eds, meds, and technology. You will find major companies like Amazon, Google, Uber, Duolingo, Zoom, all have hubs in Pittsburgh. And so you will have wonderful opportunities for internships and connections should you come to the university. Ranked the #1 public institution in the Northeast. Again, top 25 public university in the United States, top 100 university in the world. Over 100 majors to choose from, 19,000 undergraduates, about 30,000 total students. Roughly 45% of our students come from outside the state of Pennsylvania. You don't need to know your major when you first start at Pitt, but some of the maybe more popular majors would be medicine, nursing, engineering, computer science, business, film. Tom Hanks was just, well, he's in Pittsburgh, around campus, around the city, and you'll get, I have colleagues that will say, hey, stop this film, Jack Reacher at this point, and I'm an extra. Right, I'm at the train station or bus station. And it's pretty neat to be able to come to a real vibrant community. 6 teaching hospitals right around the university. 5 of them are owned by the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. We currently rank 4th in the nation for research funding by the National Institutes of Health. And so that is a big deal. You're going to feel it, you're going to touch it, you're going to be involved in discovery. As a Pitt student, if you want. We don't require it, but make it very easy to get involved. So here you see the 6 direct entry schools. And so when you apply to Pitt, cross the fingers that I don't scare you away, you're going to apply to one of the direct entry schools and realize that technically you're undecided in those areas. So like our Dietrich School of Arts and Science, it's 95% of our students will graduate with more than a degree, a major, a minor, a major certificate, a major minor certificate. 30% of them are triple majoring. So if you know your major, like a nurse, yes, you're going to be a nurse. But no, we're going to push back on you a little bit and say, what else? What else do you want to do? Because the Pitt student, that is admitted to Pitt is very talented, and they have a number of options. And you're still discovering, you're still growing as people. The Pitt Honors, know that the Honors College at Pitt is much more inclusive than they are exclusive. They do have a cohort of about 600 students in the freshman class, but if you're not one of those 600 with a 3.25 GPA, you can reapply. And probably get in. Students, if you're in the cohort, can take as many honors level courses as you want, can live in student housing, specifically for honor students, free access. Well, all students have access to the top of the Cathedral of Learning. That's where the Honors College is. It's a really vibrant community. I cannot do it justice in this 6 minutes that I have to talk to you. So go online, and they have virtual presentations Mondays and Fridays, I believe. This is a guaranteed admissions program to our graduate school. Yes, we're talking undergraduate, but these 17 programs, students, when you apply, and if you're offered admissions to the university and you tell us you're interested in law, you're interested in physical therapy, we can do another review, a higher level review, to see if we can't guarantee you admissions to those programs after you're done at Pitt. So you do your 4-year undergraduate degree and then automatically gain admissions into one of those programs. Very unique, very different. And again, if I don't scare you away, and you can talk to your regional admissions counselor, Sandria Mason, and I'll give you that information later, we can get you more details. We are truly a residential campus. 98% of our freshmen will live on campus. We don't require anyone to live on campus. Almost 700 clubs and organizations, Power 5 athletic conference, Pitt Arts, study abroad. It is truly sort of this little sandbox with all sorts of tools to play in. Don't take my word for it. Come and visit, get a sense of place, get a sense of discovery about what you're looking for in a school. And I think what you'll find is that we have it. And this just talks about the application. Our application will open up August 1. Most students will apply via the common application. We will require the self-reported academic record this next year. Know that we're on rolling admissions. So when you apply earlier in the process, all of my spots are open. The later on in the process that you wait, my spots are being filled up by qualified students. This year we received 50,000 applications, and I will tell you that some of those spots filled up much quicker than they ever have. So when you apply to Pitt, if you're offered admissions, you're not saying you're coming to the university. All you're doing is telling me that you're interested. And then you have until May 1 of the senior year to say yes to us, okay? But you'll see some of the information, some of the deadlines here. Merit-based scholarships, December 1, scholarships that range from $2,000 all the way up to tuition and board. December 1 this year was almost a late application date. So realize that depending on the year, you could be safe or you could be late. I would say, but it's up to you. It's up to you. Again, more information about scholarships, and this is who I am, Tom Becker in the Office of Admissions. There is a brand new regional admissions counselor, Sandria Mason, who just started, and you'll be getting information about her as well. So I am done. That's my time. I appreciate you. Have a good one.
All right, thank you so much. Next up, we have Old Dominion University.
All right, hello everybody. Second. All right, so hopefully everybody can see the screen, but again, hello, my name is Amin. I am an admissions counselor here at Old Dominion University. We are a top national research institution located at the heart of Norfolk, Virginia. We have about 24,000 students at our university, and about 5,000 of them are students that stay on campus. We have undergraduate, graduate, and also we have a heavy population of online students here as well. We are located right next to the biggest naval base, so we do have a lot of military students at our university. We have 8 different academic colleges here, of course, College of Engineering, Sciences, Arts and Letters, Health Sciences, College of Business. These are some of the popular colleges that we have on our campus, but we do have 8 different options. We just got a brand new School of Cybersecurity we're very proud of, and we also have Honors College as well. We have 35 different professors at our university that have won the Chev Award. And if you don't know what that is, Chev Award is basically the highest award a professor can earn. And we have 35 different faculty members that have that award. So we're very proud of them. And speaking of faculty, our student to faculty ratio is 16:1. When I was a student at ODU, I graduated in 2019. This number was 20:1. And every year, as we grow, we're bringing more faculty members to support our students. And lastly, on this list, the number is 91. That is how many majors and programs we offer at our school. So we have, of course, bachelor's, master's, but we also have accelerated programs as well. We have over 300 organizations and, of course, over 30 fraternities and sororities that you can join. Of course, I would highly recommend joining a club or an organization to really expand your college experience. Oh, sorry. We have 15 different housing options on our campus. We just got our brand new Owens Hall. It's amazing, it's huge, but we have 15 different resident halls, of course, for freshmen and also upperclassmen as well. And my favorite part about ODU is the 17 different dining locations. As far as fast food goes, we have Chick-fil-A, Subway, Starbucks, Einstein, Steak and Shake, Qdoba, Domino's even. There's so many different food options, but of course, if you get sick of fast food, we have 7 different dining halls that you can go to get home cooked meal. It's all you can eat buffet style. And for example, our Broderick Dining Commons, the biggest one, it's the most popular one, has 8 different food options in there. There's a sushi making robot in there, hibachi station, salad bar. So I can go all day about food, but I'm just gonna move on. But in order to become a student at ODU, you would need to complete an application online. You can either complete the ODU application or you can fill out the Common App. We do accept both. There's also a $50 non-refundable application fee. However, if you reach out to our office or your school counselor, I'm sure we can find an application fee waiver that you may be able to use. The 2 dates to remember that are very important for early action, it's December 1st and regular decision is February 1st. I know that we've passed these dates, which is not a problem. These are just soft deadlines. We still accept applications on rolling basis. So there's still time for you to apply. The number one thing we require is your official high school transcript. And if you were able to take the SAT or ACT, we would also need your scores as well. However, if you were not able to take them, you can become a test optional student. There's no GPA requirement for that this year. And of course, I do want to talk about money as well. I feel like it's an important factor when it comes to deciding which university you want to attend. According to College Affordability Guide, ODU is one of the most affordable colleges in Virginia. And the numbers you see on the screen are for the whole year, and it's for 15 credits. And these numbers do not include any financial aid or scholarships or anything. So this is the highest amount that you'll have to pay in a year. You can visit our website. We have a tuition calculator that you can use to get an estimate on how much it will cost for you specifically to attend ODU. And of course, just a reminder, if you haven't applied to FAFSA and complete your application, definitely do that as soon as possible. The application is open October 1st, and the earlier you apply, the more money you'll receive. So if you haven't applied, definitely do that right now. And the students are automatically evaluated for any merit-based scholarships as soon as they apply. So if there are any academic scholarships that you're eligible to receive, we will notify you. And of course, if you send us your activity resume that shows that you were involved in high school, or maybe you had a job, you may be eligible to receive more money. So that is going to be it as far as the presentation goes. We have our admissions email and phone number on the screen. So if you have any questions or about, it doesn't have to be about ODU, it could be just about college, you can reach out to us. We're happy to help you all in any way that we can. Our social media is also on the screen, so follow us. But again, thank you all for joining today, and hopefully we'll see you guys as a Monarch very soon.
All right, thank you. So if I could have everyone turn their cameras back on, we're going to go in the same order that you folks presented in. If you could share with us, what is one piece of advice you would give folks going through the college search process? And we'll start with Hollins University and wrap it back up with Old Dominion.
I always encourage students to plan a visit to the campus that you're looking to go to. I think it's important to visit the campus to see yourself insert into that community and kind of help seal the deal outside of kind of keep communicating with your counselor.
Sorry, I had to unmute there. But yeah, this is Nathan from Kettering, and one piece of advice I always recommend, and before coming to Kettering, I was a high school college counselor. So this might be that, rubbing off a little bit, but it's important to stay organized in your college search. And one way I recommend to do that is to create a clean email address to use on your college applications. I'm sure if you're juniors, sophomores, or younger even, you'll start getting a lot of emails after you take PSAT or SAT, whatever it may be. And you don't want to miss important information from us or from the schools you're applying to and seriously considering, because it's getting lost with a bunch of other college emails. So that's what I always recommend when you apply to colleges. Create a fresh, new, clean Gmail account or whatever. It's also nice to move away from your school email, because that often gets shut off pretty quickly. And so whatever school you attend, you might not have like orientation information because it's sent to your high school email address. So you don't want to miss any of that important info.
Great. I think that I would recommend students, especially, if you're younger, like a sophomore or junior, thinking about, applying in your senior year, to just be, over prepare in terms of getting things done early, because you'd be surprised how quickly things move once you're in your senior year and you want to, if you're on your sports teams, you got, want to all do all this fun stuff your senior year, all of the details could pile up. So just I'd recommend, just to get it done early so that you can, weigh all of your options later in the year.
Like Thomas, I would say if you truly want to enjoy your senior year, do things early. Push that. Don't be afraid to push that submit button. When you push submit, if you're doing regular admissions, rolling admissions, early action, there's no binding commitment, right? All you're doing is telling us you're interested. And so just don't be afraid. Your high school transcript is done by and large. You tell us the courses that you have in progress. We're not going to know any of that information until December. And so start on those essays and write for yourself. Write for yourself.
Yeah, and I would say do not be afraid to reach out and ask questions. You do not have to know all the answers. That's why we're here to help you. So I feel like sometimes students want to ask the question and they don't even know what questions to ask, which is okay. Like I said, that's what we're here to help you. So reach out, and the more questions you ask, the more information you'll receive, and your life will probably be more easier. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always try to plug in a little bit of things that I've heard over the course of my time doing this. And the biggest thing is just to contact these folks. These folks are experts. What they want to do is find the right fit for you. If you have a question about their institution, they likely will have the answer. This is what they do on the regular, and they want to find the right fit for you. So please, please, please reach out to these folks if you were able to catch their contact information, phone numbers, emails. If it's in the chat, grab it out of there. But remember, this is also recorded, so you can always go back through the chat or through the audio, video to grab any of that information as well. But really contact these folks, because again, that is what they do. With that said, I just want to thank our panelists for their time and for sharing their knowledge with us and their insights, and all the folks that are watching this live, and of course, the many, many people that watch this recording. Thank you. When you leave here, there is going to be a short little survey that you have to take. And then if you'd like to sign up for more sessions, there are more tonight and there are more tomorrow. All of the sessions are recorded. So if you missed one or you missed a part, they're all going to be on our StriveScan website. That link is also in the chat as well. So good luck to everyone. Thank you so much and have an awesome night.